Hi everyone. In today's video, I want to focus more about the altcoins and see what actually they're gonna do because we already see and or learn in the last video where actually the Bitcoin price is heading and when it's gonna happen. So if you're interested about it, go and check the video I uploaded before. You will have a better picture what actually Bitcoin is gonna do and when it's going to do. Now we're gonna try to observe if the altcoins gonna follow or if they're gonna be waiting before that's happening and when probably approximately we will do it. So if you like content like this, just subscribe to to the channel and like the video. I would really appreciate your help to train the algorithm and share as much as possible this information to other people who are asking for as well. So we're gonna start with the weekly on Ethereum, which is something I have been calling before. Was this local top? Well, actually not local top, but it's just so obvious all the time happen. This is always, 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 always. We reach the previous high, we go down. You can see it here reached previous high, we were down. And here as well, we have been doing exactly the same since 2024. And now in this case, everybody was calling that we're going already to 15,000. Um, you should be always careful in that because after seeing all these massive green candles, why do you think that here is going to be the exception and we're going to go to 15,000? Um, yeah, that's why you should always control your emotion and stop listening to people who are making you to buy here after all these green candles. The possibility, yes, the possibility is there. It can always go up. I was mentioning that this was already the previous high, so probably when we reach that, oh, we go up, liquidate everybody who thinks that's going to 20,000, and then we'll go down, and then we'll go up. That's how normally the market works. So yeah, just be aware of that so you don't fall again into that because everybody always calling for creating this FOMO and most of the people fell unfortunately and then you're just gonna lose money. This is way talking about the weekly chart, which is about the next 3 months. Now I want to focus most in the daily because we recently have this big well, not really big, but we have this dip that we didn't see for a few days already because we have it just pumping and pumping and pumping and pumping. Now we have this just 15% is nothing, and now we're rebalancing. So pretty much what Ethereum is doing is what Bitcoin at the moment is doing, and I'm expecting for Ethereum to go again into this range. The the orange line and the blue one, it will be consolidating like this. They will be making smaller, 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 and then we're gonna reach all the way to the up. Why? I'm thinking we're going up because the weekly is clear. We are super bullish in the weekly, and there is nothing that say the opposite at the moment. We just need to have a little more patience. Probably it's going to take around more than Bitcoin, maybe like 15 days or something to follow, because we still have no even. Well, we could create a small red valley. We will need just to wait. But if you want to get in spot for the next weeks and months to come, even if you buy in 3,600 is no bad opportunity. I would have been calling all the time that the area to buy was when we fell to 1,000 was around this area. If you didn't buy there because you was too busy or whatever, and now that you're feeling like buying now, the best opportunity is here. Of course, you don't gonna have the same returns like when you buy at 1,000, but strategically, this is the best area to buy, and not when we have all these massive candles and everybody's calling that now we're gonna go to 2,000 or 15,000 dollars. So I hope that is clear for the daily. We may see this consideration, or we may also just be aware of that. We could be creating something like this. in a consolidation, something like that, but this is the bottom. And we can trade that as well. Like I've been mentioning before, maybe we create something like this in the next weeks. Maybe we'll go down as well, but we don't gonna go to zero. We just go down to liquidate people. Always just to liquidate. The market is simple like that. Just it need to be liquidating everybody um, who are overexposed and in futures, not mostly the people that are a lot of over leverage, and that was the money makers love just to take the money off the other people's. So just be careful. Always use risk management and stop loss, so you don't get hooked up for that, and you're gonna be always protecting your capital. Going now, more talking about futures. If we go to the 4 hours, we could see that Ethereum is actually doing what Bitcoin is doing. And I was mentioning this in the video before as well. Like normally when we break the structure like this, we go retest this area, we go and retest the orange line, and then we fall. In this case, I was calling that we're gonna be falling around this area. Why? Because it come just liquidate the stop loss of people. Most of the people have the stop loss here. For that, I always call it to put it like a little bit below the area, um, and in this case, he's doing that. So probably we're gonna have a little bit of consolidation as well. You see, it's already a little bit difficult for him to reach the previous high. So probably Bitcoin is just gonna enter into a small consolidation. We already see in the first hour. I don't want to enter too much into that, but I was mentioning this. And this is called fractals. So what is happening in the first hour, we're gonna see it reflected in the sorry, what is happening in the 1 hour, it will be reflected in the 4 hours, and it will be reflected as well in 1 day chart and so on and so forth. So now going back to Ethereum, we can see already how it's being formed. Um, we're gonna have this potential to break down, and we're gonna be oscillating and waiting the other Bitcoin first to move, and after that we're gonna have a massive explosion expecting to. Let's see what's going on. But this, they remember the 4 hours is just for the next days to come, just 2 or 3 days to come. And we have see already this Green Valley, which is like the positive direction of the market. Um, it doesn't have it doesn't have any. It's not powerful enough to break so far. You can see with this trend line, it's just negative. So we will have a positive and powerful strength online in the next week. That is what I'm expecting for. You can see already Ethereum, the Ethereum Bitcoin chart is being super bullish. We enter finally in this bullish trend. Let me see, since we reached the bottom at 0.1, 0.1, yeah. And now we're just having two retracements, and we're going to continue on waves as I've been explaining to you. The market move in waves. So after this, we can go and below. We're seeing this 0.03, potentially 0.4. Hopefully, it will be faster, but this it will take more time. Don't think it's gonna happen immediately. I'm just checking the daily, but actually it will take us a little bit more. But in the next months to come, this is the area where in the weekly I don't recommend, because the area to buy was here 0.01. Now that we are touching, it's exactly what I was explaining in the 4 hours. You don't remove about the time frame right now, but like I was saying, this happened many times. What I was explaining, this happened in all the time frames. After the big falling, we go retest that, and then we fall. And exactly the same is here. Until in Ethereum, until we start to see the blue and the orange line, that they start to get more and more and more closer, we have this consolidation. After that consolidation, we're ready for explosion. And this is what we're seeing right now. Let me see. What's the Ethereum, Bitcoin? see the weekly right now. So yeah, let me see. We were around here. We went really hard. Now reaching this area. I'm not saying that now we're gonna fall to this area anymore, but we potentially, and this will be the more healthy for Ethereum, around this blue line is gonna be the support, and we potentially is gonna be forming a consolidation over there. And this is bullish because then we're gonna see how Bitcoin gonna start guiding again, going up and up and up and up. Probably Ethereum gonna go up in dollars as well, but in the um, ETH BTC we're gonna be consolidating, and after this we're gonna have a huge um, impulse to the upper side. So just keep that in mind. Now I want to quickly check the total 2 just to see what's is going on over there with the top 100 icons, just to don't check all of them, but just to have an idea. And this actually is just enter again into this consolidation we form. Remember, I was mentioning about the consolidation, so just came to check how paper hands and now take all the liquidity from the stop loss of the people who have been over leveraged, and now we enter again over there. Let me see. Yeah, you can see this is a confirmation already. We don't have, yeah, this is still possible, but I don't see falling again in this area. Maybe we're gonna enter again, consolidating what so what this means for the altcoins is like we gonna continue just having a little bit of consolidation. Some of them gonna probably be pumping, but not to the moon. They're just going to be pumping a little bit and moving maybe a little bit with the Bitcoin price, but we still not close from an altcoin season. No, like in the bull markets before, or the past bull markets, we still need to be patient. So if you want to, still you have some projects you really love and you can bet on it. Um, the best moment to buy is now, because after this consolidation pass, um, we're just gonna go up. And remember, when you just see all these green candles and everybody's calling that we going to the moon, I mean, you messed it up already. Even if you feel, even if it's go higher and higher, because even when the people call a certain price, we can continue go higher, but the reward is not the same that if you buy here. So just keep that in mind if you're new to the market, because once we're going up and up and up in candles like this, and this is actually nothing compared to what the bull market does, it's easy to forget, and I don't want you to get burned out, because if your capital is removed, um, there is no other way to recover, at least that you have more capital beside. But what I want to do is that you lose um, as less as you can, or you lose nothing. And how do you do that? If you trading, you do with stop loss and with good risk management. So just put money that you are afford to lose that won't change your lifestyle at all. Just use the money. Don't put anything that you can not afford to lose. That is the main key goal to have, is just put money in crypto that you are fine. It won't change your return life if you lose it all. Keep that in mind, because that is one of the best reminder. Even if you think that if you put in all, you're gonna make more money, that is even worse, because you're already with the mentality to do money quickly and fast as possible. It doesn't work like this. You need to be patient. In some cases, can happen that you do super fast, but if you're new to the market, mostly you're gonna, yeah, you're gonna lose it all. Let me check now Solana. Solana has been playing pretty good, and the daily is super bullish as well. It's doing pretty much what Bitcoin is doing. Just already we have this development of the red valley, and we're gonna start also. You see, it's completely in a negative trend. The strength line. After we go to the bottom, we potentially gonna reset a little bit more with SR. This is gonna be more developer, and then we're gonna start to form again these green valleys. By the time, hopefully, we're already gonna have this in a positive mode, and we're gonna enter into a string um, a string line that have more power to the opposite. You see it already. It should be falling, but it's going up, even with the negative valley. Let me show you something else I was observing before, because almost all of them are doing what Bitcoin is doing. I was checking before, and you see, Near is doing the same in the 4 hours. Link is doing the same in the 4 hours. Like everybody is just going into. Penguin is doing a little bit different, or at least the distance is. You see how the distance is? It's more closer. This it means as well you're gonna have a bigger explosion soon, or the consolidation gonna close sooner than the others. So what I want to show you with this, what I meant before, that all the time we have this drop, we always go reach this and then we fall. It's always the case, always, always, always. Well, most of the time, not always, but most of the time. So just remember always that being there in that position is the not the best moment to enter, because you could enter here, you could enter here. Why you want to enter here? The possibility of winning is less, much, much less than losing. You need to keep that in mind. Even if then we go here, it's fine. Just let it go. Let me see. Can you hear me? I think something happened to the computer. Oh God. Sorry, guys. Think I can fix it. Let me see. I will just still hear what I'm saying. Can you hear? Okay, guys. I think I'm gonna continue in another video. Are you still there? I'm still there. Yeah, but I think the video stopped. Okay. I move this. Let me see. I see my video goes frozen, but it's fine. I'm just gonna continue. Let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna continue and see. Yeah, really quickly what I wanted to show you. So actually, let's go to Solana, and you can see how most of them are doing that. So for you to know as well, next time when that happens, you're gonna be upfront than everyone else, because you're watching already this video. Hopefully, gonna help you something. So just subscribe and like the video. We really appreciate that. It is teach you something. Let me see in the past. You will see what I mean. I've been doing before as well. Yeah, like here you can see as well. Um, you can see it from here. But in this case, you can see we could start forming here the green valley, and also the string line is negative. I will put it, I wouldn't really put it like going to the up. Why? Because the time, by this time, that we potentially would do a small green valley, or continue with the red one. And also we don't have the string line is negative, it's not positive. So that means that the impulse, it won't be strong. And Yeah, and this is the worst area to buy because the margin of winning is much less. And now let's see what actually the price did over there. Let me see again. You can see we were here. Yes, no, where was it? Give me a moment, give me a second. What's going on? Right here. Yeah, in this area we were. You can see you wanted to enter here in this area. Come on. Ah, no. No, I don't need to reset. Here. What is that? What is that? I lost it. What's the little messages? Ah, this was the area. Yeah, this was the area. Mm, yes. Sorry, guys. I know it was not there. So as you can see, here we enter with break. You wanted to enter here, thinking that's gonna go all the way to 200, no? Because everybody was gonna hear. What do you do? Just go up and down, up and down, up and down in the same area that you enter. Even worse if you enter here. Can you see that? Even worse if you enter over here. So you just continue, continue, enter, and then fall. So in that case, was no worse at all. You could enter here, and you will have a better return after going here. Um, so the point is just the reward you will have always here. In other cases, you don't even consolidate; you just go immediately down. You know. So just keep that in mind. And like this, I'm not gonna check any other icons. If you would like me to check one of the icons you're holding or you're interested in, just drop in a commentary below. But most of the icons are doing exactly the same. You see, all of them are doing exactly the same. Here again, once again. And what gonna be the result of 10? Potentially more like this. Not to zero. It's just gonna go again and retest. And we're gonna start creating this consolidation that we already saw on Bitcoin that is doing, and potentially the altcoins gonna do it as well. So um, what to learn from this, or what to expect? I will say that in the next 2 weeks we gonna explode. First, Bitcoin is gonna be guiding that. We're gonna go on the opposite side, and after that, altcoin's gonna follow. Maybe it's gonna follow exactly at the same time. Some of them, maybe the bigger ones, and then little by little, the other ones gonna start moving a little bit more, but always lagging a little bit of time. They always follow after. So hopefully this video bring you some learning. I will appreciate again if you can just like, comment, and I would love to check some of the accounts you're holding or you're interested on it. See you tomorrow, guys.